Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Put a 144 in the chat if you can hear me online at home. Put a 144 in the chat if you can hear me online at home. I'm going to be with you shortly. Check, check, check. Well, while we're waiting for everyone to get into the stream, I'm going to go ahead and start the class because Captain Nayathaq would prefer it that way. And that's the right thing to do. Shalom, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah, my brothers. Yahweh Shamar, Alathah by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, to all my sisters. I'm priest and officer of 1000, Bon Kayal, coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. And this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And what we do in the I.S.U.P.K is teach the truth of the Bible to so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We teach you, the people that the world rejects, the people that the world hates, the people that the world oppresses. We teach you that you are a child of God. In fact, that you are the Israelites, man. All right. And that's the crux to our entire plight, man. Especially living here in America or wherever we are, spread across the 4 corners of the earth. It is imperative, highly important for you to acknowledge that as being a fact. If you are a so-called Negro, Latino, or First Nation people, you have to understand and come to the realization that you were chosen by God, man. Above all the other nations on planet Earth, you descend from the greatest bloodline that's ever, walked planet Earth. All right. You have to understand that. And with that information, with that understanding, comes responsibility. All right. We are obligated to keep the laws of God. All right. That is our responsibility. The Bible teaches that we are the light of the world. All right. We set the example for everything. We set the trends. When you step outside of your house, anything that you see has been influenced by a so-called Negro, Latino, or First Nation people. All right. So today is the Brotherhood class. Shout out to everybody that's in the class online while the brothers get their streams up and join. We're just going to open the class up for Captain the 13,000, Nayathaq Banyamyan. So tonight's topic is birthright of an Israelite. All right. The birthright of an Israelite. And what I find intriguing is the fact that everyone is so concerned with this whole birthright citizenship issue. All right. That's all over the news. It's all over the radio. It's the talk of the times here in America and the world over. All right. The Supreme Court struck down the attempted reversal in a 6-3 decision to preserve the right of children born here on American soil from immigrant or foreign parents. All right. Alexa, define birthright citizenship.
Birthright citizenship is usually defined as the practice of automatically granting citizenship to a child born in a particular country, regardless of the citizenship status of the parent or parents. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for birthright citizenship.
Alexa, stop. So that'll give you an understanding of what it is that we're talking about, what everyone else is focused on. All right. If you were born here on American soil, you are an American citizen. All right. That's what the Constitution says. And that's according to the governor of North Carolina, Josh Stein. All right. He says, if you are born in America, you are an American citizen. That's what the Constitution says. That is a quote from him today. All right. If you are an Israelite, or if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you should be more concerned about whether your birthright is according to God. All right. As it supersedes that of any American or oppressor given designation. That's what our focus should be. Instead of us striving to be at one with America and the Americans, how about you be an Americant? All right. In the I.S.U.P.K, you learn to remove your spirit from this place. We are not, we're in the world, but we're not of the world, essentially. All right. So we're in the truth if you're in the I.S.U.P.K. I think I messed that all the way up. Officer Yanazar is in the building. I cannot hear you if you're trying to speak into the mic, brother. Yeah. Anyhow, to be born Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian makes you an Israelite. That's what God says, all right? That's the truth. That is fact. It's not a theory. See, we've been striving for far too long to live up to the titles that oppressors, heathens have given us. And we don't understand and realize that these people, these heathens, they know exactly who we are. And they hate us because we have been chosen by God, man. They hate us. That's the reason why they do everything in their power to miseducate and to confuse and to oppress us. This is the Tuesday night Brotherhood class. This is some news that you can use, all right? Why continue to strive with America, vainly seeking love, man, that we will never receive? Alexa, define Stockholm Syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome usually refers to an emotional attachment to a captor formed by a hostage as a result of continuous stress, dependence, and a need to cooperate for survival.
That's really, really interesting. That is intensely interesting. So we have this sick, twisted love affair with America. We were brought here against our power and sold on auction blocks, here in chains, sold on auction blocks, put on plantations. We were never granted any type of citizenship. We have been dehumanized as a nation. And whether you are Hispanic or Native American, we consider that Black, man. All of our suffering, all of our oppression, all of our bondage, this captivity, we're all suffering under the same circumstances, which are the curses. All right. It's so important that you understand that. If you so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, all right, we are being held captive here. So regardless of what you think, you're in the land of the free, but according to our ancestors, they were enslaved. Americans still look at us as being, you know, the slaves of this place, the servant class. We haven't gotten first class citizenship. We don't get any justice in the court system. We don't even get opportunities to establish generational wealth. As a whole, we are our existence here is a direct threat to America and American society. And the crazy thing is that we are the most peaceful people on planet Earth, regardless of how they paint us as being these super predators. They paint us as being the thugs and the gangsters and the gangbangers and the YNs. When, if anything, we learned that from watching the Americans, watching the Europeans, watching the Italians, watching the Irishmen, watching the all these other nations come here with their mafias, and their mobs and watching them brutalize one another, man. We've picked up the habits of these other nations, man. And it's disgusting in the sight of God. Shalom, 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 brothers. Can you hear me, Officer Marco War?
YAHANNA.
So what we're going to do, I want to go into the book of Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter. Let's go into the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2. And we're just going to slow walk this dog. I really want to get to verse 33.
But he can't hear me in Fayetteville.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2.
Say again?
When you get it, start reading, brother.
Yeah, he's coming through.
Starting from verse 1 out of 1?
Yeah.
Khan.
So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 1. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, verse 2, go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, thus
Do what?
saith the Lord. Salakia. Go and
Said,
cry go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem.
What does that scripture say? Cry aloud and spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions. That was the job of Jeremiah. The Bible says this, that Jeremiah was a prophet who's going out into the highways and byways, man, into these treasure cities and crying aloud and sparing not outside of the I.S.U.P.K, man, who is actually speaking truth, the absolute truth, to power, the spiritual wickedness in high places. No one outside the I.S.U.P.K. All right. We're following in the tradition of Jeremiah, who was a prophet. We are the prophets of today, man. All right. And Jeremiah was given the order from the Lord to do what?
Go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, thus saith the Lord, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth.
So he's not speaking. The Lord's not telling Jeremiah to go speak to the entire earth. This is the Brotherhood class, is it not? He's not telling Jeremiah to go speak to the other nations. He told Jeremiah to go speak to Jerusalem. Who would be inhabiting Jerusalem?
Can you hear me in Fayetteville?
Salakia, Israel.
Yeah, Israelites, man. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We got to stop looking at the Bible as being a graphic novel. It's not a comic book. This is the actual record, man. This is our history book. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. Don't believe the lies that people, the delusion is being spread about the Bible being a white man's book and the God of the Bible being, for all nations gathering together and that God loves that's not that, none of that's, all of that's nonsense, man. All of it is nonsense. It says right here in the book of Jeremiah, he was directed to go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem. The ears of Jerusalem, the inhabitants of Jerusalem would be the Israelites. All right. That's what we do when we go out on the street corners and the highways and byways. We're crying aloud and spare not. We're out there for our people. The Bible says that love is correction. All right. We're teaching so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to God. We don't give a damn about birthright citizenship here in America. Our birthright is in accordance with the Most High. All right. Our birthright is to be an Israelite. All right. So the Lord said, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth. Keep reading.
Khan, the love of thine espousals.
Yeah, espousals, to be espoused. You know what it means to be espoused? See, we're royalty. In the I.S.U.P.K, we believe in courtship. We don't date traditionally. Everything that we do is in decency and in order. All right. To be espoused means that you are spoken for. All right. So the love of thine espousals. Keep reading.
Khan, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness.
What does that mean? When thou wentest after me in the wilderness, we were literally courting the Most High Power after being in bondage in Egypt, under serving a hard bondage under Pharaoh, man. We got the hell up out of that ghetto in Goshen. And the Lord, got us up out of Egypt with a mighty hand. All right. When we were courting the Lord, we were being obedient to what? The laws of Egypt, the statutes of Pharaoh. No, we were being obedient to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High Power. That's what got us out of Egypt. And that's what's going to get us out of America, which is present day, modern day Egypt. Which is the reason why you see the obelisks and you see pyramids all throughout American culture on the dollar bill. All right. Hey, Shalom Shkatha, sir. You want the class or you too? The Most High in Christ. Keep reading, brother. The love of thine espousal.
Khan, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness in a land that was not sown.
In a land that was what?
Not sown.
Yeah, we was in the wilderness. This is a land that was not sown. Shalom Shkatha. You know, we didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. But we were focused on serving our power. We were focused on that. Salakia. I'm trying to let the brothers in the chat into the stream. Keep reading, brother.
Khan, verse 3. Israel was holiness unto the Lord.
Israel was what?
Holiness unto the Lord.
What does that word holiness mean? What's the root of holiness? To be holy.
To be separate.
To be separate. You know, in the Hebrew, that word holy means what? Kodash, right? Which means to be separate, to be set apart. And the Most High Power violently severed us from all nations on the face of the earth. The nations that he created, man. He separated us. It says Israel was holiness unto the Lord. We were separate and we were focused on serving our power, man. We were focused on serving the Most High Power, whose name is Yahweh. That's what we got to get back to. Officer Yanazar, are you trying to speak?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if you can hear me.
I can hear you. I don't know what's going on with your you're in the stream. I don't know what's going on with you. Cut your camera off and cut it back on, Baba Kushah.
Salaki, if I may.
I can see you on the screen, but you're kind of glossed over. Go ahead, brother.
It's not coming through
Go
the
ahead,
microphone.
Officer
It sounds like it's coming through the computer mic, but not the actual microphone.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem is here.
Yeah, brotherhood is a weapon. Yeah. Most High in Christ. Yeah, man. I love it. I love it. While he's figuring that out, let's keep reading.
Khan, and the first fruits of his increase.
Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase. Keep reading.
Khan, all that devour him shall offend.
All that devour who shall offend?
Israel.
All that devour who? Israel, right? And all the other nations, you know, they looked at us as prey. They tried to feed upon Israel because we were, you know, we left Egypt with what? What did we have? Did we have an army? Did we have a navy? Did we have the Air Force? No, we had the Most High Power. That's what we had. We're in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 3. All that devour him shall offend. Keep reading.
Khan, evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord.
The Most High Power put a curse on the other nations that attempted to devour us. As long as we remain focused As long as we pursue, not, I hate to say relationship because that is very Christian-esque, but as long as we courted after the Lord was going to protect us. He would set that hedge of protection. And the Bible says that evil, what is evil? Alexa, give me the definition of evil.
As an adjective, evil is usually defined as morally wrong or bad, immoral, wicked. As a noun, evil is usually defined as that which is evil, evil quality, intention, or conduct.
Alexa, stop. When you think about evil, just think of a curse, man. Think of misfortune. Think of misfortune when you think of evil. And the Bible says that evil shall come upon them, saith the Most High Power. These are the Lord's words. And I thought that God was all love. You ready, other one? Oh, and with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer of 5,000, Zion YAHANNA, man. Yeah. Everything but this.
I want to see what you got in this book. I want to see what he got in this book, Aki. Shalom, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahshua, thumb to the Aki and the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, thumb by Hashem, Yahshua to the sisters. I'm preaching officer of 5,000, Zion YAHANNA, coming out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'll be holding down the classes. The captain of 13,000, Captain Nayathaq, Banyamyan comes in. Bunk y'all, you were holding it. Boy, I like that. The Akim was in here. Like, anybody got any questions, anything they was holding? If you got any questions, you put them in the chat. I want to get to something real quick before Cap come here. Y'all know it's the Brotherhood class, correct? Everybody know it's the Brotherhood class?
Okay.
Are we online in Durham? Durham still fighting to get everything lined up? Okay. Salaki, what is gossip? What is gossip? We talking about brotherhood. What is gossip?
Is that Salaki Adawan?
Is what?
Is that like in Exodus 23:1 where it says circulating a false report? Like just saying something that's not true?
Most High in Christ. So let's go there.
Okay.
That's not necessarily what I want, but I like it. Talebearer. That's what I'm looking for. Talebearer.
Okay.
But give me the definition of gossip.
Okay.
I like to talk plain first, because oftentimes a lot of our people, we know how we talk, and then we're gonna take it and show our people that guess what? How we live from day to day is actually in the Bible. Any shortcomings or flaws that we have can be corrected through using the Bible. So first we have to identify the things that we do from day to day that we don't even consider being wrong. We have to identify things that anytime we talk about growth in life, you want to consider the things that you're doing right, so you can what? Continue doing the things that are right? That only makes sense. Or identify the things that you're doing wrong. And by doing the things that you are doing wrong, what does it help you do? What does it help with?
Helps you not do them again?
Give me an easy answer.
Helps
You
do
right.
them right.
Help you do what?
Helps you do what, instead of doing it wrong, it helps you do it right? Or
Change.
identify it?
Change. You got to remember, everything that we talk about in this school is going to be about change, brotherhood, sisterhood, following the law, statutes, and commandments. It's identifying something that we're doing wrong so we can do it right. What indicates a change. We have to, if we talk about all the things that we see in America and Iran, how long did that peace treaty just last? That ceasefire? How long did that ceasefire last? What? 10 hours? If that, how long did that ceasefire last? It wasn't even that long, was it? So even though they were trying to say that we're going to sign a ceasefire to stop something, 10 days, it lasts 10 days. But we've seen that, guess what? Nothing really changed. Those are the ways of the world. Those are the way of the world. That's the way of the oppressor and all the other heathens. The oppressor has never changed. He can't change. He can't change. Neither. He's just like the zebra with stripes out. He can't do nothing with it. A leopard with spots. You understand? You ever seen a giraffe with a short neck? Huh? You say you're a short neck giraffe. You can't say nothing like that, right? So we talking about if we're gonna identify real things that we have to do in this life, we got to show that it's a change. So now you said what would you give me the definition of gossip? Let's get the real definition of gossip.
Okay. The definition of gossip: casual, informal conversation or reports about other people's private lives.
Or reports about other people's private life. Now, in this truth, we don't gossip. What would be the first indication of somebody trying to gossip with you in this truth or in the world? It's two words. What do they normally say? How do they introduce gossip in the world? Two words. Come on, let's go. Come on, Akim, let's go. Yeah, hey, listen, we in class. Everybody, when we come into class, we said that one off. Quinam, you gotta use that. Yeah, you gotta use the wireless mic. What brother say? Let me tell you. I like that one. Let me tell you. What else, Michael? What else you got?
I was thinking, did you hear about so and so? But that's more than two, Salakia.
Yeah. Did you hear? All right, I like that one. I said two words. Y'all give me a whole damn monologue. Come on, sis. Girl, look. Yeah, that's another one. What else? I'm gonna tell you what I've seen that normally indicates there's about to be some gossip. I heard. Let me tell y'all something, Akim. When you come into this truth in the spirit of brotherhood, if somebody open their goddamn mouth and they say, I heard, or let me tell you, a girl, what they really doing is testing you. They're testing you. You have to be strong enough to say, stop that. Hey, Bunk, y'all, hey, brother, I love my sister. You can't call me and tell me about my sister. If you're having a problem with my sister, y'all need to get help. Your sister call you. Let me tell you about my man. What you said? Girl, look. You should stop her right in her goddamn track. Say, oh, before you even let it come out of your mouth, let's not talk about my brother. Does anybody know why I'm saying that? Can anybody give me a reason why you would say that? You want to use the mic? Sis, get her the mic, Baba Kushaw? Somebody tell me, why would you do that, Baba Kushaw? Come on, sis.
Salakia, it changed your perspective.
Is it on? It worked. Come on, they can hear you.
Salakia, it will change your perspective about a person. How you look at them will be different.
It will change your what? It will change your perspective about how you view them, right? And you know what the most diabolical thing is? That person would come to you and drop gossip on you, and the person that they gossiping about, right? The very next day, you're gonna be right up on them. The very next day, this brother gonna be sitting in the class, and he gonna be teaching, and you done told all the sisters how bad your husband, whatever, how bad he scrambled eggs, and he telling everybody, hey, I'm gonna cook breakfast for everybody. What is everybody gonna do in the room, Bunker, y'all? Niggas gonna be like, man, I'm full, brother. You know what I'm saying? Come on, sis.
I remember one of the things my mother told me as I got older. She was like, what goes on between you and a man should stay between
It should stay in your what?
In your house. She
Yes,
said,
and your
because
private matter should be taken into counsel.
right, because she just tell us that you all may make up and be okay, but the people that you told those things about him to,
Right.
don't forget.
Right. That's what happens, right, Bunker? When you do those things, the people that are watching you, they're gonna remember the things that you said about your wife. They're going to remember the things that you said about your husband. And in this school, we cannot allow that. Because if you do that, you destroy the spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood. The minute a brother or sister, I heard, don't talk, hey, brother, you can't say that about my sister. She's my sister. Come on, Kodon.
So, like I said, if I may too, you think about it in the spirit of them telling that person gonna look at him with that the person that said I heard gonna be like, well, damn, what you telling everybody about me?
Thank you. Thank you. In this school, we don't gossip. We don't do that. We don't talk against a brother or a sister. If you have an issue with a brother or sister, or you feel like you've been offended, what do we do? What have everybody in this school been taught since day one? What do we do?
Like
what?
it.
Come on, Michael Ward.
Go to he and him first.
Yeah. That way, nobody get a chance to look at somebody with a side eye. Nobody get a chance to do anything like to say anything offensive. That's not a good feeling. Give me the book of Proverbs.
Now I can't hear Zion.
You can't hear me?
Can you hear me though?
Con, I can hear you loud and clear, Yonazar.
Yeah, I'm just.
Con, I can hear you loud and clear. So we don't gossip. So gossip destroys what? Family, relationships, right?
Right. Can they
Family
hear me now?
and relationships.
Kind of one con. I can't hear
In
Zion
I.S.U.P.K,
though.
we are a family, and each one of us have what with each other? Relationships. You understand? So the minute somebody come out of their mouth is like, I heard, girl, let me tell you, hey man, let me tell you what that brother did. You should put them to shame right down the spot.
I don't know why I can't hear him. He was coming through the speaker. Let me.
You got it. Get the book of Proverbs 18 and 21, Bible Shaw.
Okay. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 21.
Go ahead.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Do what?
Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Is that the end of that?
La. And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
You ready? Break that down for me, Mark War.
So the death and life is pretty much speaking on just like uplifting or causing damage to someone, like you had mentioned earlier about their reputation, in that instance and how we look at them, and it's all just based upon things that we say. So that power basically means that what we say means something. It holds weight. It's not just words.
And knowing that, what should we be doing as a people? Knowing the power that we have, the death and life, to ruin someone's reputation. What should we be cognitive of when we, from day to day?
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it.
From me. We should be cognitive of the way that we speaking
Give
and the way that we carry ourselves.
Yeah. If you ever watch Commander, I'm telling you, I can watch the brothers that are above you. Watch the sisters that's really down with learning this truth. Watch how they move, sisters. You won't hear them talk about other sisters, Akim. You won't hear. I've been fortunate enough to be around Commander Junior Hunter for only a few times, and I tell you the amount of respect that he offer every man or every woman that comes into the school, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing, Akim. You hear Captain Nayathaq, he's always considerate of the brothers who serve him. You understand what I'm saying? Because he serves us. So like it. And with that, I want to turn the class over to Captain 13,000. With that being said, Captain Nayathaq Banyamyan, y'all clap it up.
Akim, what's going on?
You're good? Margo was Salakia. I ain't get that stuff for you as yet. I'm a gay for you. All right. I'll give
Okay.
me until tomorrow over. Not tomorrow, but maybe Tuesday. All right. All right.
So,
How y'all
like
doing?
the one,
Come on.
so like the other one, if I may, I did have a question on it as far as like the understanding I think I may have of it, and maybe you can, with later on, if you could help me
I'm
out with
gonna
that.
try my best. Come on.
Okay. Let me get the scripture.
That is.
So this is the book of Acts, chapter 13, and verse 1. Now there in the church that was at Antioch, certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger, and Lucius of Cyrene,
Niger.
Comic-Con, and Lucius of Cyrene, and Manaen, which had been brought up with Herod the
Testing 1 2
Tetrarch
1 2.
and
Can you
Saul.
hear me in Fayetteville?
We
So
can hear. We can hear you.
Anything.
One minute. 1 minute. I'll go. We can hear you.
So just
I
to
can't hear anything in Durham.
Okay. Zion, just call him and tell him to check his equipment, right? I'm gonna mute him.
Salakia, you could probably just play it through the TV, sir. At least so you can hear it.
Aquaba.
Oh, Salakia.
Zion, just give him a call, right?
Kind of a concert.
Makawa. Continue.
Okay. So just that everybody knows what the question is about, I was just wondering if Lucius of Cyrene and Manaen were Israelites here. And the question I had, Adawan, was basically based on the word church being used here. Would that imply that they're Israelites based on that? Because isn't a church just like a gathering of Israelites?
Okay, yes, and the word church is one of the mistranslated words in the Bible. I believe with church is supposed to be custom or something like that. I can't don't hold me to it.
So like sir, if I may, Brother Kishore,
come on.
Going to the word church in the Greek, it says ecclesia, and then you see it says when you go into the blue letter, it says the assembly of Israelites, sir. Salak.
Yeah. All right. So more likely, that's one of the telltales, and also too, we know that if there's one thing we know in this school is that we don't do what? Who is allowed to come through them doors?
Only Israelites.
Only Israelites. You understand? Only Israelites allowed to come through them doors. You understand? But I'll get the proper breakdown for you. I just maybe 80% sure of it, right? But I'll get it. Tawada. Great question. Anybody else with a question? You want to ask a question now? Someone ask a question. You don't think I should let him ask a question? Come on. Ask a question.
Shalom. Shalom.
You okay here?
Shalom. Come
on, close and talk hard.
Shalom.
What's the question?
Shalom. I have a question.
Come on.
Who invented medicine? And did we get the white medicine from black people or white people?
Okay. Good question, son. Sit down. So you'll hear a question, right? Where did medicine come from? So sit down. Go to mama and listen now. Where did medicine come from? Somebody said it.
Sir.
Come on.
All medicines come from the earth.
You are right, Yanizar. You're right. It comes from the earth, but who does it
Salakia,
come
sir.
from? Come
From
on,
the Most High, sir.
from the Most High power.
From
Scripture.
Salakia, the herbs for the healings. Salakia, let me find it, sir.
Yeah.
I think it's in Ecclesiasticus. Is it 38? Hold on, let me
Yep.
see if Ecclesiasticus 38.
And we can start at 1. All right. Or we could start at, let's start at 4 and then skip back up to 1. So start at 4. Mago, you stay with me.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38, and verse 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth.
The who?
The Lord.
The Lord. All right. Comes from the earth. Who created the earth? The Lord. Who created medicine? The Lord. He had created medicine. Read on.
Hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Right. And what is that saying? What is that saying?
That those of us who understand that the Most High created the medicines won't hate the medicine.
Meaning what?
Salakia, sir.
Come on. We can hear good now, Yanisa. Come on.
Okay, Mosiah Christ. Meaning that you'll make use of the medicine. If you need the medicine, you'll take it.
Yes, correct. Right? It's not like, you know what I mean, you go to the doctor diagnoses you with some issue, right? Some ailment, and then you decide, you know what? You look up, you went and do your little internet research. And you see all the different side effects. What are you going to do if you don't have wisdom?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Kwaba.
You're not going to take the medicine that was prescribed.
You're going to see the doctor trying to do what?
Trying to unalive you or poison.
Yeah. Black people have a fear of medicine now. And it's because of how they treated us. They systematically, you know what I mean, treated us when it comes to us getting health care. You understand? When you go to the doctor tell you have such and such. No, you might be like, nah, well, go get a second opinion. But don't go get a second, third opinion and you still not doing what?
Taking the medicine.
You're still not taking medicine. You better come to the priests and prophets of the Lord. You understand? Everybody needs the priests and prophets of the Lord. Why? Because you are not wise. But guess who's wise? Commander General YAHANNA. The generals, they're wise. They're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, you understand? Brother, what did the doctor say? Such and such, okay. What did he say? What did he say to take? Such and such, okay. Well, take it. What's the problem? You understand? Why? Because medicine comes from who? From the Lord. Now, does that mean if a white man tells you, you go to him, because majority of doctors these days are who? Majority of doctors are who?
Salakia, sir.
The other nation.
Come on. Yeah. The other nation. The other nation. You understand? You sitting down home trying to find a black doctor, brother, we in hell. You understand? So of course, guess who's going to have to give you medicine? Some heathen. But we know that what? It comes from who? The Lord.
The Most High.
Right? You know you get in some accident or you fall out and you open your eyes on that bed inside a hospital. What do you say? What's the first thing that come out your mouth?
Salakia, sir. You thank the Lord?
Yes, you thank the Lord. You understand? You thank the Lord. It's the same thing You in a house full with fire. You understand? And you running out. You can't get out that house. And some fireman kick in that door and pull you, rescue you. You're gonna say, well, thank you, Lord. You understand? That's the first person you're gonna thank. You understand? Well, the medicine, they come from the Lord. Read on.
Okay. Verse 5. Was not the water made sweet with wood?
You understand? What does that mean? You know what I'm talking about?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Would it be like both of these things came from the Lord, so the wood would be more or less like an ingredients?
Yes, you're right. What he's trying to tell you here is, okay, what do you use
Sugar
wood
cane?
for? No, okay, no, think more so with
living.
water. No, think with water.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Would this be like teas and stuff?
Today, okay, the reason why you don't see it around today is because the oppressor, he done technologically advanced. He will put something on your faucet and tell you what, this water is what?
It's clean. Salakia. Filtered.
Yes, filtered or purified. Well, back in days, you know what I mean? And it's still being used today. You will do what? You will have charcoal. And that charcoal will do what? That water will pass through it and be what? And get what? Filtered. So he telling you, you know what I mean? He giving you ways to do it. But the oppressor, he find ways to do what? What your oppressor always find ways to do?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
To make money off of it.
That's it. That's it. Where does water come from?
The Most High.
Yeah. But I have about 5 cases of water right now.
$30 a case.
You understand? I caught up in the matrix. You understand? I had to go buy water. When the water coming from who? From the Lord. But that's him doing what? That's him monopolizing on what? On water. He's trying to get money from the water you're drinking. Brother, if there's a way for him to put a price on the air you breathe, we'll be done. We'll be done. You think he ain't trying to figure out ways to have you with some mask and some oxygen tank on your back? Saying the air dirty, but you could pay this amount to get what? Clean air. When who destroyed who dirty the water? The oppressor. Who dirty the air? The oppressor. You understand? They tell you the ozone layer, you mean you punching holes in it. It ain't good for the planet. You ever hear me screaming about what do they call it? Climate what? I forget the word they use. Some nice word for them destroying the earth.
Like it.
Come on.
Climate change?
Yeah, I think it's climate change. Yeah. Right? Talking about climate change. But hold up now. Climate change, right? Who busting holes in the ozone layer? Right. Ain't Tyrone from the ghetto? In Mercedes. I mean, we not doing it. Yeah, that's it right there. Jarrell, bro. Global warming. That's what I wanted. Global warming. Yeah, call it global warming. You understand? When he doing it.
Salakia, Cap.
Come on.
I heard a story when they was talking about during when COVID-19, when everybody was forced to stay in at home and wear masks, how the machinery had shut down and all the cars was off the highway. They were saying like the smog that was in large cities had cleared up, and people who had asthma were able to breathe even with masks on.
You understand? Brother, to tell you, if you never had sinus problems before ever in your life, when you come to DC, more than likely you will. You spend a few years in DC, more than likely you'll have some problems. Which what's that? With the air
quality.
Understand? Yeah. I forget what you call it though.
Salakia, sir.
Come on, sinus problems. Come on.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it air pollution?
No, but it's more so sinus problems with all the pollen, and you know what I mean. You'll be messed up. I'll never forget that when I went. You know what I mean? Years back when I went into the doctor's office at the school I used to go to. He's like, yeah, I know this is your first time. But take this, give me a couple antibiotics, knock that joint out in about 2 days. I was good to go. You understand? Thought I was, coming down with a serious cold or flu.
Salakia, sir. I
I
think it's called hay fever.
Hay fever?
Yeah,
it could be.
You
understand? You know what I mean? But he is destroying everything and then trying to make money on top of giving you a solution for it. All right. Read on. What verse here now? Margo. Skip up to verse 1.
Okay. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 38 and verse 1. Honor a physician with the honor a physician.
Honor a physician. It doesn't tell you it doesn't give you a description of what the physician. That doctor, that heathen doctor, give him some respect when he tell you take this pill. You understand? To take your pressure, your high blood pressure down. You understand? Read on.
Okay. With the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him.
You understand? Honor him. You understand? Honor him. Give him that. He went to school for that. You're a trusted mechanic with your car. You ain't gonna trust the doctor to tell you what's wrong with your body. You understand? I know it has some, some, not so, good ones, as you would see. You understand? If you want to get a second opinion, get a second opinion. But at the end of the day, if you have a problem and requires medication, take it. You understand? And do not use this as an excuse to go smoke weed. You understand? And be like, well, you tell me go talk to my doctor recommend me weed. Nah. Go ask him if there's anything beside weed. And if he say lie, you bring it to the priest of the Lord. And we'll tell you exactly how to deal with that, work that. So now we're not running around here like a what? You're not running around here like a what?
Like a drug addict?
Yeah. Yeah. We don't suffer drug addicts in here. You understand? You come in here to do what as a drug addict?
Change.
To change. But now you come in here, but you change into a drug addict? Nah, brother. No, sister. No. No. You know what, brothers and sisters left the school just to self-medicate? You understand? And claiming it was some scripture. No, you wanted to self-medicate. You wanted to smoke weed. You wanted to get high. Well, in here, you're not allowed to. You understand? Read on.
Okay. For the Lord hath created him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2.
The Lord created him. The Lord created who? Who's the him?
Salakia. The position.
Yes, which means he created who? You know, what Christians like to say, he created who? He created everybody. So this is encompassing what? Yehiden. He created them too. Right? So he's saying he created the physician. You understand? That's just to, you know what I mean, to you know what I mean, somebody's, you know what I mean, might have an ailment that might not be terminal. And he might have to take this for some time. Take it. To get better. You understand? The Lord gave life. He didn't give life just to what? Throw it away. He didn't do that. You understand? The oppressor, he lives like that. He lives like this is his what? Like there's no what? Coming back. That's it. It's the end once you go in the grave. We don't live like that. You understand? We know God is the God of what? The living, not the God of the dead. Right? Come on.
Come. Verse 2. For of the Most High cometh healing.
You understand? And don't ever forget that. You understand? Some oppressor give you some medicine, some oppressor give you something to heal you. You better give the Lord thanks first. So, you know, thank you, Lord. I mean, for small mercies. You understand? Better thank the Lord first. Better thank him. He's the one that heal you. Read on.
Come. And he shall receive honor of the king.
You understand? Right? What verse in?
Verse 2.
Right? Skip down to verse 6 now.
Khan. It's the book of Ecclesiasticus 38 in verse 6. And he hath given man skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works.
You understand? He gave man skills. So he be honored in what? His marvelous what? Works. You understand? You come in there in pain, in the doctor office in pain, having pain for weeks. And he tell you, when you go home, take this 2 times a day. And then by what? Day 2, day 3, your pain gone. Now you could go back to your regular life. You understand? All right? So, where did medicine come from? Medicine came from the Lord. You understand? It came from the Lord. And remember, the earth was created for who? For who?
For our sake, sir.
Yes, for Black people, Hispanics, and First Nation.
Okay.
You understand? I mean, you understand? If Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians were to not be tied down by the oppression, we will have the best doctors on the planet Earth. We'll have the best. Everybody will want to bring the children to our doctor. Just imagine, we in hell, and these oppressors, these heathens, will tell the children, if you get lost and I'm not around, find a Black woman. And we in hell, you can imagine much more if we become doctors and lawyers and engineers. We are going to be the best. You understand? And because of oppression, we don't see the diamond in us. We don't see it. Because the oppressor, he keeps us dirty. You understand? I want to say he keeps us dirty, meaning he's putting everything, every stumbling block in front of you so that you don't shine. When you go to school, it could be in the Caribbean, it could be in America, it could be wherever you go to school. Do you learn about your people? You don't learn about your people. You don't learn about your culture. You don't learn. And who is creating your curriculum? not your people. You understand? Not our people. Because if our people were creating our curriculum, it would have been a whole lot different now. You'd have been learning, you know what I mean? You'd have really been learning something in school. Like the only place you could come in and have a curriculum created by Black people for Black people is where?
Like it.
I.S.U.P.K, sir.
Yeah. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. This curriculum was created what? For us and by us. So now you start seeing what? The difference. You understand? Like you go out, you come in here for at least a month and sit down for at least a month in this school arc. And then you go back into that world. You could be sitting anywhere and you will feel like you what?
Don't belong.
How you feel?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Salakia, like you don't belong there.
Yeah, you feel like, yo, you know what I mean? You feel like you know what I mean? Like something wrong. You understand? And that's because that old man is becoming new. And you never knew how indisciplined you were until you sit down in UPK in them chairs. And you had to do what? What you had to do in them chairs in the UPK? When you ask a question, what you had to do?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
When you ask a question, you gotta raise your hand, but you gotta accept the answer as well.
Right. You understand? But okay, you could accept it, but the mere fact of raising your hand, that is, you know what I mean, you don't do that out in the world. Raise your hand to do what? Are you gonna tell me when I could talk? But when you come in here, you better raise your hand. Or the teacher will be like, yo, brother, control yourself. If you have a question, raise your hand. If you have a comment, raise your hand. You understand? And you start seeing, wow, this is really different. When you gotta come in here, you know what I mean? You can't eat shrimp, pork or lobster. You can't marry whoever you want to marry. You can't, I mean, you can't do anything you want to do in here. Like this is for Black people. I'm built for you. You understand? But when you're in these schools, guess what? Teacher might come in like 2 minutes before the session end, give you some papers. You understand? Hear you talking in the corner, not say anything. You can't come in here and sit down in class and be carrying on some other conversation. You crazy? Can't do that. That's why I'm saying discipline that you get in here, this is for Black people. You understand? We teach our kids when they go to school, we're not playing around. We don't accept failure in schools. We do not. You understand? You going to school, your nation depends on you. You understand? Commander YAHANNA is building an organization out. He's building it from the ground up for Black people and by Black people. You understand? All right? Any more? All right. Give me Isaiah 1 and 6.
Okay. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 6. From the sole of the foot, even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
Mm-hmm. Read on. Isaiah 1 and 6. Hold on.
Come.
Read on.
But wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Right? So he's trying to tell you to take care of your sores and you know what I mean your bruises. You'll need what? need ointment, you need medicine. You understand? What did is it Tobit? Tobit had to what? Get medicine to give to his woman, or else he was going to have to what? They was going to have to dig a hole for him by the morning hour. The Lord told him to go get what? I think some fish guts and burn it against sense so that she could smell it. You understand? Like the medicine is to help you. You know what I mean? Some of us, you know what I mean, get into relationship, you know what I mean, with partners that, you know what I mean, or husband and wife who might need medication. And because there's no medication involved, what happens? What happens?
Salakia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Things might get out of control.
Yeah, you'll start fighting. I said fighting, arguing. You understand? You'll be like, yo, what are we arguing about? But you don't know. It might be medication that this person needs. And try to get off it thinking because they don't like how to make them feel. We gotta be, I mean, we gotta be on top of things. You understand? Your household, you understand? We gotta really, you know what I mean, trust in what the Lord's saying. You understand? All right. Any more? Well, what? Give me one more scripture. Exodus 15 and 26, and then we move on.
And I also have that Tobit scripture for you as well.
Go ahead. Read Tobit for me.
This is the book of Tobit, chapter 6, and verse 4. Or Salaki, verse 3. Then the angel said unto him, take the fish. And the young man laid hold of the fish and drew it to land. Verse 4. To whom the angel said, open the fish and take the heart and the liver and the gall and put them up safely.
All right, so the gall. Go ahead.
Verse 5. So the young man did as the angel commanded him, and when they had roasted the fish, they did eat it. Then they both went on their way till they drew near to Ecbatane. Verse 6.
Go ahead.
So, verse 6. Then the young man said to the angel, brother Azarias, to what use is the heart and the liver and the gall of the fish? Verse 7. And he said unto him, touching the heart and the liver, if a devil or an evil spirit trouble any, we must make a smoke thereof before the man or the woman in the party shall be no more vexed.
You understand? This is what medicine are. No, it comes in one small little pill that you might have to take once a day. You understand? Like the Lord created medicine. Created it. You understand? For us. All right. I think we're good on that. No, give me Exodus 15 and 26, and Isaiah.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 26. And said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and will give ear to his commandments, and keep all his statutes, I will put none of these diseases upon thee.
Right.
Which I have.
The Lord is telling you what? If you obey him, he wasn't going to give you what? I mean, that'll give you what? COVID. I mean, it give you, you know what I mean, these terrible diseases that they have out here. He may not. Read on.
Which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord.
Right? Which I have what? He did what? He brought it upon the Egyptians. You understand? The Lord wanted the Egyptians to do what? What the Lord was trying to show Israel.
So like that.
Using the Egyptians. What the Lord was trying to show Israel, using the Egyptians.
So like that that the only way that we get out of captivity is through the Lord, as if He helps us?
Yeah.
So,
Like it, sir.
if I may,
Go ahead,
If I may,
bro.
sir.
What 1 minute time, Giannis, sir?
he
Come
was
on.
he was showing Israel that he was more powerful than the Egyptians.
That's it. That's the nail on the head. He was showing the Egyptians, or I should say black people, Hispanics and First Nation people, that he was more powerful than the Egyptian gods. Because all the plagues that were sent to Egypt was pertaining to what? The gods that they worship. You understand? So the Lord sent these plagues, and these Egyptians went and tried to what? Worship their God. And it's only when Moses came, then the plague subsided or the diseases subside. You understand? That's like the one. That's like the videos you sent me, right? With those brothers and sisters, I think in Venezuela, that were taking their statues of Mary. Oh, you all saw that?
I think it's a thing where them have down there called St. Paul.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
St. Paul, but I think I saw a couple of Mary statues in there too.
Yeah, come.
Right? And they were putting hammer to that. They were destroying them gods. You understand? Why? Because they prayed to this God, and this God did not what? Protect them from what? The earthquake that hit the island. You understand? Like,
Okay, sir.
Come on.
I didn't. What was that scripture in Exodus? I didn't catch it.
Exodus 15 and 26.
The water, sir.
Annabelle. All right, we good on that?
Okay.
All right. So this week, what's happening this week? What again prime for this week?
So like I said, if I may.
Come on.
The 250th anniversary of the creation of Evil America.
Yes, of America. Yes, July 4th. Yes. Who could pull this up for me, but or back here, who behind the computer there? Want somebody pull up see if you can pull up
like I said, we got Officer Quadam on the computer.
Quadam, see if you can pull up. Oh, let me see if I can pull it up here for you. Frederick Douglass speech. You ever heard Frederick Douglass speech?
Sir.
I never.
Apply to a Negro?
Huh?
Is it to what is the 4th of July to a Negro?
My man. I see bank here. I see her. Yeah. What is 4th of July to a Negro? You understand? Who had that speech? Right? And I want you all to let me see if I could do it for you quick. Quadam. This is what I want you to do, right? I'm gonna put it in the you know where to pull it from? When I put it in the chat area. Oh man. Let's switch it up on me here or private chat. All right. So check the private chat, Quadam. Right? That first one I sent you is it's what you call it? It's the Declaration of Independence, right? And everybody know the Declaration of Independence was when? When was the Declaration of Independence? You remember? For brothers and sisters out there.
Like the other one.
I think yeah. Go ahead.
Was it in 1776?
1776, yes, I believe that's correct. I mean, no, 1776. Where were black people?
Salaka, we were picking cotton.
Yeah, we were in the fields, Zach. We're picking cotton. You understand?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
And if I may add, I know that's a primary point of contention that we have, against the celebration of the 4th of July. But even if free, you were not allowed to celebrate the 4th of July if you were Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You weren't allowed at the celebration. Salakia.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna read. Let's hear what Frederick Douglass. What year was Frederick Douglass born in? Y'all know? Look up when Frederick Douglass was born.
Check. So I can show you. Want me to share the screen?
You could, or you could just read it and tell them when you.
Okay, come. It says Frederick Douglass, the meaning of July 4th for the Negro. It says in 1852, abolitionist Frederick Douglass delivered his speech.
In 18 what?
1852.
When was slavery abolished?
1863.
That was in the Caribbean, I believe. In America, it was when? I think America was after the Caribbean.
Would it be 1865, sir? So
check it and see. I could be wrong. Check it. Come on, you all use them Google machine, man. When was slavery abolished in America?
Salakia, sir.
1865, I brother put. Come on.
I said, yeah, it says December 6, 1865.
Right.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
The Emancipation Proclamation, or the executive order issued by President Abraham Lincoln, was established January 1st, 1863. We celebrate Juneteenth because the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. He kept niggas in bondage for 2 additional years after the law was passed. Salakia, sir.
Yeah. You understand? So now here comes Frederick, old Frederick. Right? Do you have the words to his speech?
The what speech?
The word to his speech. What you just read to me.
It says the meaning of July 4th for the Negro.
Hold on.
Come. It says
1 minute.
Come, sir.
Let's see.
They got the wrong one up here, bro.
You already know how to do it, though. Oh, no, you good. Copy. And then you go here.
Oh, it's a long speech. We just read a little bit. I have it here. Come on.
Salakia, sir. We sent you. They give you a little summary of the key points within the speech. I just sent you the article from this project in the back chat.
Okay, I see it. Sometimes I don't I don't like the how to put it, their summary, because what they do is they tend to give it in a way where certain things to you that clicks when you read it, to them it's irrelevant, or they try to not even look at it. You understand?
Right.
Like this speech here that he made, right? It's a long speech. I just put it in there for what's his name, for Dom. But brother, okay, let's read a little bit, right? And then we'll get some scriptures in the Bible pertaining to a real black leader. on how he dealt with
Come on,
his oppressors. You understand? All right, come on.
Kind of says the meaning of the meaning of July 4th for the Negro.
No, what you reading? You're reading the breakdown or the summary. Check the chat. I want the speech.
Is it the one that you just sent in the chat, sir? The PBS one?
Mm-hmm.
Comic-Con, sir. That's the one I'm reading. It starts off by fellow citizens. I am not wanting in respect for the fathers of this republic.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Salaki.
Okay. No, sir. Comic-Con. This is the I'm about to say the book. Good night. Fellow citizens, I am not wanting in respect for the fathers of this republic. The signers of the Declaration of Independence were brave men. They were great men, too, and great enough to give frame to a great age. It does not often happen to a nation to raise at one time such a number of truly great men. The point from which I am compelled to view them is not certainly the most favorable, and yet I cannot contemplate their great deeds with less than admiration.
You understand? Like he has to what? What is he doing here?
So like it, sir. It sounds like he brown nosing.
Yeah, he's stroking the ego out. Because you know, I mean, this is you would think he is talking to who here right now. You would think you're talking to Donald Trump. You understand? You would think he is delivering this speech with Donald Trump sitting right in front of him. Talk about these great men. These men weren't great. Andrew Jackson was not great for Black people or First Nation. But to the oppressor, he was great for them. That's why they, you know what I mean, hold him in high esteem. They didn't care he committed, you know what I mean, non-genocide on the Native Indians. They didn't care about that. As far as they saw it, that was a means that had to happen for them to conquer the Native Indians, for them to take America. You understand? It's like saying to make, you know what I mean, an omelet, what, a few eggs had to break? I had a break. You understand? And to them, you know what I mean, our pain, to them, it's joy for them. You understand? Our pain is joy for them. You understand? Like us in captivity, us picking cotton mean they what? We made them what? We made them what? Rich. So that was what? Our pain was joy to them. Made them richer. Made America the richest empire on the face of the earth. Richest. And when England was around, guess what? The Caribbean made England one of the richest empire on the face of the earth. Which one they said the sun doesn't set on the empire? Was it England or Rome? I think it was England.
England, sir.
Yeah, England.
The British Empire.
Which means what? That money was coming in. That money is so strong right now that I think it's still what more? I think one US, look up this to me and see what's the equivalent to one US in Britain money. I think it's like £2.
Yeah, the pound is worth more than the dollar.
How? How is it worth more? Because of you, Black man. You Hispanic and First Nation people. Because of you. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Just recently, they just finished paying off some of the slave masters' families.
Yeah.
That owned Caribbeans over 100 years ago. And they were still paying them.
Yes. Yes. You're right. You understand? Give me John 8 and 36. Marco. Okay. John 8 and 36.
So like
come
Real quick, if I could say, you see where Donald Trump said he found like $1.76 million to pay the ones that did the insurrectionists on January 6th.
Yeah, I bet he found it.
God.
Yes. Somebody was working overnight on that printer. I bet he found it.
God, sir. It's a lucky.
Come on.
Okay. And Salaki, if I may, there is a medical condition for that that joy that they get from our suffering.
Yeah.
It's called
where?
Schadenfreude.
Yes. Schadenfreude, I think it is. You're correct. Where it's, you know what I mean, it's almost to the point where, you know what I mean, they could see America going to hell once you are at the bottom. So they could blame you for it going to hell. Or us, I should say. Come on.
Khan, it's the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 36. If the Son thereof shall make you free, ye shall be free indeed. Verse 37. I know that
John 18 and 36.
Oh, Salakia. I was at 8. Salakia.
Okay, no, sir. Yeah, John 18 and 36.
Khan, this is the book of John.
And while Salaki, while Margo are reading, right? Kodam, just skim through it too, right? Skim through the document. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 18 and verse 36. Jesus answered, my kingdom is not of this world.
My what?
My kingdom is not of this world.
Who did he answer? Skip up a verse above.
Verse 35. Pilate answered, am I a Jew?
Right. So now, remember, this is Christ having a conversation with who?
Salakia. Pontius Pilate?
Yes. Which is a who? He is a what?
An oppressor.
Oppressor. Let's see if Christ going to stroke his ego. Read.
Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me.
Right. So he's saying your own people, what? Deliver you unto me. Your own people. Meaning the Jews. They delivered you unto me. Read on.
What hast thou done?
Read on.
Verse 36. Jesus answered, my kingdom is not of this world.
So he is saying what? What's Christ saying?
My kingdom is not of this world.
What is Christ telling them?
Salakia. Is he saying that the ways of the heathen are not his ways? That the way that they're doing things at that time is not the way that he would?
Simpler than that. Christ said, my what? Kingdom is not of this world. Meaning what?
Okay, sir.
When they owe something. Come on.
It means like it's not time for his kingdom yet. His kingdom is not of this society, of this.
Not yes.
Of this way of life. This is
meaning what? Christ wasn't down with the way of life. That's why he came and tried to do what? Not try to, but did. Because he said he came to what? Fulfill the law. He came and did it. He do it. You understand? He came and did it. And he's telling Pilate what? My kingdom is not of this world. Read on, or else what?
If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight.
You understand? He basically telling Pilate what? He's saying, we'd have take this place if what? If his kingdom was of this world. You understand? We'd have take it. And that's why it's so stupid for Christians to think what? Christ was all what? Love and kisses? No. It's a black man, and he letting Pilate know. He is saying what? Pilate, you the most amazing human being on the planet Earth. You understand? You this, you that. You treat us well. No. He's saying if my kingdom was of this world, they would what?
Then would my servants fight.
His servants would have fight. Read on.
Khan, that I should not be delivered to the Jews.
That you what? You should be what?
That I should not be delivered to the Jews.
I wasn't going to be delivered to the Jews if my kingdom was of this world. You understand? That's a black leader. Christ. You understand? That's who we follow on the Commander General YAHANNA. That's who we follow. You understand? A man who does not what? You say Christ was a very what?
Austere.
Austere. Yeah. That's who we follow. Christ wouldn't make no long speech praising the Roman Empire. For what? When the Roman Empire been oppressing his people? Remember, Nicodemus was who? What's Nicodemus?
Salakia, sir.
Salakia, sir.
He was a Roman centurion.
No. That was what's his name?
That was Cornelius.
Cornelius.
It says that he was a ruler of the Jews.
The ruler of the Jews.
Meaning what? But what was Nicodemus? What was his task?
Salakia.
Uh-huh.
Was it to get rid of Christ so that they can continue to get paid?
Wasn't he a priest, sir?
No, look up Nicodemus.
Salakia, so you talking about where he was called a Pharisee?
No, look up Nicodemus.
Okay, come on. It says a member of the Sanhedrin who took part of Yahushua.
Who took what?
Took part of Yahushua. So the
Right.
Sanhedrin.
Right. Who was the what? I believe those were the Pharisees. Right? But right? Who was the tax collector?
Oh, Salakia, sir, if I may. So I got the definition of Sanhedrin. It says the Sanhedrin was the supreme Jewish legislation and judicial council in ancient Israel.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Remember, okay. How do we view tax collectors back in them time?
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
They were hated. They were viewed as the enemy.
Why?
Because they were working for the Romans and taking money from
Yes.
the people.
Yes. Yes, they were working for the Romans and they were oppressing their people. You understand? They were oppressing their people.
Salakia,
Come on.
were those what they called the cops back then?
No, they okay. Okay, not so much the cops, but just think just like tax, like the IRS.
Okay.
Like if you don't pay your taxes, who come and pay?
IRS.
Yeah. They're sending somebody for you. And if you don't pay it, ask Wesley Sykes what he had to do. Wesley Sykes was trying not to pay his taxes and he ended up where?
In jail.
in jail. Look up how much years was this spent in jail. And then when he came out, brother, he had to take any gig he could get his hands on. Any gig. You understand? Read on.
But now is my kingdom not from hence.
Right?
Verse 37. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then?
Oh boy. So he's asking what? Christ, if he's a what?
A king.
A king. Read on.
Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king.
No, how Christ is talking to him? What's he doing?
Like it, sir. It's a very strong rebellious tone.
Yeah. Like, you think Christ wanted to talk to this heathen? No. Like the questions he was asking is almost as if Christ was, being nigh onto, I would say, sarcastic with him. Read on.
To this end was I born, and for this cause, Salaki.
Go ahead. And the person I was talking about, Salaki, was Zacharias. Salaki.
And for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth.
You understand? Christ didn't give him a long speech arc about how wonderful things is. Christ let him know that his kingdom was not of this world. You understand? He let him know. He let this oppressor know. And he was teaching. What did he teach his disciples? What did Christ teach his disciples?
Salakia. That salvation was only for Israel?
Yes.
Salakia.
He taught them some. Come on.
The mysteries of the Bible?
Yes, but on the topic of what did Christ teach his disciples pertaining to the oppressor?
Salakia, sir. Separation.
Yeah, basically. Give me Matthew 20, 22, and 21.
Okay. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 22, and verse 21. They say unto him, Caesar's. Then saith unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
He said what?
Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's.
One thing with Christ. He telling you to render unto who? Unto Caesar. Meaning what?
Pay the white man their taxes.
Basically. Whatever you ask for. And I'm saying your taxes is, you say you owe $2,000, pay $2,000 out. So your taxes is $10, pay $10 out. Pay it. Read.
And unto God the things that are God's.
That's it. You understand? Unto God the things that are God. Like, people think, okay, what is the oppressor blessed with? What is he blessed with?
Salakia, sir. Is it the sword?
Yeah, according to the Bible, according to Genesis, the oppressor is blessed with the sword. What does that mean?
Salakia, sir, if I may.
Come on.
That means that everything he acquires would be by the sword.
Meaning he is a unaliving machine. You understand? He's the murderer from where? From the beginning. Does it say he's the best politician? No.
But he is a good liar.
Alive, yeah. He good liar.
You
Politicians do lie. You understand? So they understand that game. But that is a front to their nature. Their nature is to unalive. That's why their blood show forth through their what? Through their skin. You understand? Like there ain't no politics when it comes to his survival. You understand? He is going to unalive you. You know who understands that clearly now? The Lebanese, the Palestinians. They understand it clearly now. Remember, they used to say what? Black people is your fault. Your fault. You went into the religion, you went into this, you join him, you join on to him in his politics, you do everything with him. You join to him. When they don't understand, this has been 400 years of oppression. You know, our forefathers been unalive, trying to what? Run away from slavery. You know which Black Wall Street got built and then legislation or fires burned it down or teared it down? There's a lot. You understand? Like there's no talking to this oppressor. You could give him the best speech for the next 100 years, century, and he doesn't give a damn about your speech. Because when did Frederick Douglass give this speech? Look that up. When did Frederick Douglass give his speech?
1852.
When?
1852.
No, what year we in?
2026.
Well, he wasted his breath out. You big them up, as you say in the Caribbean, you big them up, you stroke their ego, and in 2026, he's treating Black people worse than he has ever treated us before. Read some more who we at Magawa. Put on. You there, Kodam?
Khan. So you said to skim through it. Did you want something? You wanted me to go somewhere something specific? Because I noticed he was got like quote scriptures and all.
Yeah, just read.
So
read some, because it's a long speech. You could skip down to.
I know.
Go ahead.
So, like, if I may, I noticed he was quoting, I think it's Psalms 137, where it says, "By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yeah, we wept when we remembered Zion. We hanged our harps upon the willows in the midst thereof. For there they that carried us away captive required of us a song, and they who wasted us required of us mirth, saying, Sing us one of the songs of Zion. How can we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget thee, it's like I said.
No, go ahead.
Come on. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
Yeah. Read on.
Come on, says, fellow citizens, above your national tumultuous joy, I hear the mourning wail of millions, whose chains heavy and grievous yesterday are today rendered more intolerable by the jubilee shouts that reach them. If I do not faithfully remember those bleeding children of sorrow this day, May my right hand forget her cunning, and may my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. To forget them, to pass lightly over their wrongs, and to chime in with popular theme would be treason most scandalous and shocking, and would make me a reproach before God and the world. My subject, then, fellow citizens, is American slavery. I shall see this day its popular characteristics from the slave's point of view. Standing there identified with the American bondman making his wrongs mine.
Skip.
I do not.
That's good. So now skip down to what to American slave. I think it's like the third paragraph from the bottom before he starts to say
I
God's
see it. So it says, what to American slave is your 4th of July? I answer, a day that reveals to him more than all others. It's like more than all other days in the year. The gross injustice and cruelty to which he is the constant victim. To him, your celebration is a sham. Your boasted liberty and unholy license, your national greatness, swelling vanity, your sounds of rejoicing are empty and heartless. Your denunciation of tyrants, brass-fronted impudence, your shouts of liberty and equality, hollow mockery, your prayers and hymns and your sermons and thanksgivings, with all your religious parade and solemnity, are to him mere bombast, fraud, deception, impiety, and hypocrisy, a thin veil to cover up crimes which would disgrace a nation of savages. There is not a nation on the earth guilty of practices more shocking and bloody than are the people of the United States. At this
Now, hold up. He said this in when? 1852. Has it changed?
La, sir.
No, it get worse. The deception just evolved. You understand? But it's still a what? A bloody nation. Right now, their hands is, is bloody with the Middle East. You understand? Like he don't understand. And not even the Middle East. Just bring it back to home right here. He separated kids from their mothers and fathers. The Israelites. What he did to us here. Remember that sister that got unalive in her house because she said something to her cop. What's her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Oh, Sonia Massey. You talking about the one where he shot her in the head, sir? Unalive.
Yes. But you see, it's so much that is taking place with us here too. There's a ton of blood in his hands. And nobody wants to give us a solution. What's the solution? Is the solution to beg the oppressor so that he sees us, acknowledge us?
Sir.
Right? Right. Now, read on. No, skip down to allow me to say in conclusion.
Allow me to say in conclusion, notwithstanding the dark picture I have this day presented of the state of the nation, I do not despair of this country. There are forces in operation which must inevitably work the downfall of slavery. The arm of the Lord is not shortened, and the doom of slavery is certain. I, therefore, leave off where I began with hope. While drawing...
With what? With what?
I, therefore, leave off where I began with hope.
With what? With what? That word hope. They know that that's what black people have been hoping for their whole life. They hope that one day white people will just wake up and do what?
Like it, sir.
Uh-huh.
Give us free.
No, we think we're free. There's something else.
Accept
we
us.
Wake up. Huh?
Accept us.
Accept us. Yes. Love us. One day, what you think Frederick Douglass wants? Is there anywhere in his speech, if anybody read it, even in the Bankel, in the what you say you sent, the document you sent?
In the private chat,
Yeah, what you said the document was?
it was just a brief summary of
Right. Good. The brief summary. In the brief summary, does he give the solution? What is his solution? Because he said he's a conclusion right here, right? So I guess he's gonna tell us what we're gonna have to do. Read on.
It says, while drawing encouragement from the Declaration of Independence, the great principles it contains in the genius of American institutions, my spirit is also cheered by the obvious tendencies of the age. Nations do not now stand in the same relation to each other that they did ages ago. No nation can now shut itself up from the surrounding world and trot round in the same old path of its fathers without interference. The time was when such could be done. Long established customs of hurtful character could formally fence themselves in and do their evil work with social impunity. Knowledge was then confined and enjoyed by the privileged few, and the multitude walked on in mental darkness.
No, understand this, right? He read the Declaration of Independence, said it was genius. But what is the conclusion? Read.
So, sir, if I may.
Come on.
He's starting to sound like Martin Luther King, sir. Like he's to the point where he wants us to join hand in hands with the oppressor instead of separating with them.
No, you're getting to it. Like the only way for this to work out is for us to not celebrate July 4th.
Right.
We cannot celebrate July 4th as a people. America has never accepted us, and they will never accept us. And it's all right. We understand they're different people. We are different people. They have their Declaration of Independence, that paper that was created by men. We have our Declaration of Independence, which is in that what? In that Bible. We have our Constitution, which is what? In that Bible that we hold and we read. And it's so dear to us when we go to camp. You understand? Like that's our declaration right there. That separates us from who?
The oppressor.
When you read the Declaration of Independence, what does it say? Hold on. Let me see.
So I guess, sir, you talking about our declaration or in their declaration, sir?
Their declaration.
It says all men are created equal.
All men are created equal. All men. But it was pertaining to them. Like, if you will have time, on your hands are. We're busy. We're working. Take a trip to DC. Come up to DC. Come to the monument. Or go online, look at the monument. And see and read the inscriptions on it. And see if you feel something. You'll feel an emptiness. What's being written there is for these young oppressors, so that they remember what their forefathers did. And Donald Trump is bringing that remembrance to them. You understand? That piece of remembrance where their forefathers didn't have to shun away from what? What their forefathers didn't have to shun away from?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Slavery.
Yeah. Showing you how they felt about you. They were able to see what they felt and do whatever they felt. You understand? And it not be a problem. Right? Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Before we go there, go to Matthew 20 and 25.
Okay.
26. You understand? And then I'll put the Declaration of Independence there for you in the chat.
Kind of what kind. So you want me to start from the beginning?
Yeah, and then I'll tell you what to skip to.
Kind of what kind. It says the Declaration of Independence.
Hold on, let Margaret will get that scripture.
Kind of kind, sir. Kind of kind.
Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 20 and verse 25. But Jesus called them unto him and said, Ye know that the princes of the Gentiles exercise dominion over them.
Right? The princes of the Gentiles exercise what?
Dominion over them.
How do you exercise dominion?
Lucky, sir.
Come on.
Through oppression.
Yeah. Yeah. To their laws, their policies. You understand? To their systematic, you know what I mean, destruction when it comes to the healthcare for Black people. They exercise what?
Dominion over them.
Yes, read on.
And they that are great exercise authority upon them.
And they that are what?
And they that are great exercise authority upon them.
Yeah. Read on.
Verse 26. But it shall not be so among you.
It will what?
But it shall not be so among you.
All right. Christ, they didn't unalive Christ. They didn't hang him on a cross because he loved everybody. You understand? You Christians need to wake up and recognize Christ. In their terminology today, they would have called him, you know what I mean? They would have said he rebellious. They would have even called him today, the language they would have tried to use as a terrorist. You understand? Or give me another word they use to the terrorists, and just another word they use. Insurrectionists. You understand? Like they really and truly, when I said the Christians, they don't understand Christ. They don't understand the Bible. They don't. Or else they will clearly see what we're reading here is Christ coming up against the Roman Empire. Read on.
God. But whosoever will be great among you, let him be your minister.
Let him be your what?
Your minister.
Meaning what?
Let him teach you.
Yeah. You understand? Let him serve you. You understand? Best servant we have is Commander General YAHANNA. I've never seen a man like that before in my life. Never. I mean, you're gonna stay in here, you're gonna see miracles, you're gonna see things being done in here you never saw in the world before. Outside there. You understand? Now give me the give me the declaration. Right? We up on the time. Give me a few more minutes. This July 4th, brothers and sisters gonna be celebrating something and saying, well, we get a day off, we just, you know what I mean, barbecuing, you know what I mean, on the no. You ain't just doing that. You're doing it because you're oppressor. If you were not doing it just for that, you would be in here. You would be at the barbecue in Tennessee. with brothers. You understand? Read.
Kind of concert. It says Declaration of Independence by Thomas and Jefferson. We hold these truths to be self-evident. When in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth.
You understand? To assume the what?
The powers of the earth.
To assume the powers of the earth. You understand? Like, we clearly don't understand the power. We do not. Right? Who handed power over to who? Between England and America. Who handed it over? This year is a Declaration of Independence, which means what? They're declaring to England what?
Like they're independent.
Yes, and that they want to be a what on the earth?
Independent nation.
Yes, but they want to be what? Read that, and to assume what?
What you call what did you say? Authority.
To assume among the powers of the earth.
They want to assume power on the earth. They want to assume power on the earth, and they knew they had to do what? Separate themselves from who? From England. This has nothing to do with black people. Nothing. But black people like to say what? They like to go to the Declaration to call themselves what?
An American.
Yeah. I think this week or today or yesterday, a news feed came across where it was said that the Supreme Court turned down something with the birthright. Look up that from a bank here. Supreme Court and birthright pertaining to Donald Trump. Right? Read on. Kodam. Bank here, that's something when they get.
It says the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation.
To what?
To the separation.
Oh my word. They had the solution. Why we don't have this solution? Why when we talk about separation, are you racist? But in their document, they said they what? There is what? Separation between them and England. They had it. You understand? They had it. They know the solution. For you to assume power on the earth, step one, you're going to have to what? Separate from the people who doing what? You're going to separate from the people who doing what? Come on.
The people that oppress you.
There are people that are oppressing you. You're going to have to do it. Ain't no getting around it. Right? And if they want more, right? Read that one verse again, that verse below it, and then we'll skip down.
It says a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation.
You understand? That compel them, forces them. But yet and still, you have leaders who wants to do what? Join you to the oppressor. Now, let's skip down to come all the way down to for protecting them by a mock trial. I don't know if you could see all the way down there, man. Let me see. Just scroll down.
You said for protecting them by.
So you'll see he. And then you'll see 4 quartering large bodies of armed troops among us.
Oh, Comic-Con. It says for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment. For protecting them by a mock trial.
Yeah, you protect your people. That why black people be in the streets asking for what? Justice. What England did to them, guess what they're doing to us? The same exact thing and even worse. Same exact thing and even worse. And then using this piece of paper for black people to make it feel like we all created equal. Nah, we're not all created equal. Black people are better than you. They've always been better than you. Hispanic people are better than you. Native Indians are better than you, oppressor. Read on.
So like, sir, if I may.
Come on.
As far as it says for protecting them by a mock trial, would that be in the spirit of like how they did with what's
Cyrus?
Cyrus Belton.
Yeah.
And, what's the other brother name?
Trayvon Martin.
Carmelo Anthony, sir.
Yeah. No, not Cyrus. Well, yeah, Cyrus and Carmelo Anthony.
Comic-Con.
I meant to say Carmelo Anthony.
Comic-Con, sir.
Yeah. Read on.
Comic-Con. It says for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders that it's like in which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states.
Come on.
For cutting off our trade with all parts of the world.
They cut off all our trees. They destroyed all of our what? Black Wall Street Act. Like, tell me what black people are allowed to trade. Tell me what black people are allowed to have a gun factory. Tell me. Are we allowed to have our own shipping company? No, you cut that off. Read on.
For imposing taxes on us without consent.
For what?
For imposing taxes on us without consent.
Come on.
For depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury.
Mm-hmm. Right. Israelite to say, I'd rather be what? Judged by 12 than carried by what? 6.
Right.
That's the saying. We don't make it to the court. You understand? What's your brother? George Floyd? You don't make it to the court. No, you caught him with counterfeit money. So you tell me he can't make it to the court to prove himself innocent? You caught the brother in New York with a Lucy. He can't get his day in court to prove himself innocent. You can't get that. Oh, you know why we can't get it? Because we are oppressed people here in America. On the 4th of July, you understand, has nothing to do with us. Nothing. We remember that, you know what I mean, from the Boycott War, we remembered. I remember. You understand? Read on.
Comic-Con for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses.
You understand? Like they're talking about all the injustice that England did to them. And they were white people. They both were white people. And they found that what? The English were doing what? Was oppressing them. And decided for us to become powerful like England, we have to do what?
Separate from them? Yeah,
Yeah, we had to separate from them. They had to separate from them. black people, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, black people? You're gonna still go celebrate July 4th with Bobby? With your white friend? Who's gonna invite you to a barbecue and have you do all the cooking? You still go? What you gonna do? Right? Any more?
It says, so like I said, if I could read this last one, it says, or the next
Go
one.
ahead.
It says, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it as like it once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies.
You understand now? Like, come on, man. What does that paperwork? And that's the whole thing. Ask black people, right? Black people who say the Declaration of Independence was for all men. Ask them if they ever read the entire thing. They say, I understand what you're saying. It sounds good, but by chance, did you read the entire document? And was that talking to me and you? This entire document is not talking to me and you. It is not. You understand? All right? Give me 2 Corinthians. Remember this one. Give me 2 Corinthians, Margot, 6 and 17.
Okay.
It's the solution, black man. Hispanic. You want things to go right in Durham. Right now, the prison system in Durham is a mess. You see all the sweep that issue, that unaliving of that brother under the rug. Just sweep it under the rug. You mean it's like you step on a cockroach. You know what I'm saying? You just get near me, remove that cockroach from under your foot, dust that off, move on with life. You understand? How much money they give the family members to not speak on it. I remember that brother in North Carolina where he was in his car about to pull out, and the cops came and surrounded his car and empty bullets in that car, and claimed he was a I forget if they try to call him a drug dealer or something. I don't know if you all ever heard about that. Benjamin Crump represented the family. They got money and they couldn't talk about it. You understand? Like, days for that have to be over, or else we're gonna be oppressed from now until that. You understand? Come on.
Okay.
Read.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore come out from among them.
What? What is this? What is Paul saying?
Wherefore come out from among them.
Come out from the Christian church. Come out from the politics. Come out from among them, meaning don't be partakers of what July 4th. Don't go celebrate the July 4th, man. Like it's your holiday. Don't do it. It ain't. Paul is telling you to come out from among them. Read.
Okay. And be ye separate.
And be ye what?
Separate.
And you Christians, you need to read the Bible a little more, man. Paul is telling you to separate from these people, from your oppressor. Separate from them. Come out from among them. You understand? Come out. Your brothers and sisters who want to celebrate Christmas in the world, you're going to have to come out from among them because they're partaking in what the Gentiles do. what these heathens do. And Paul is trying to do what? Separate you from them. Christ is trying to make you turn your people into the new superpowers on the earth. Because the people who doing it right now you have Russia fighting for power on the earth, Iran, China, and America. And what's going to stop them? What's going to stop them fighting? What's going to have to stop them from fighting?
Lucky, sir.
Lucky, sir.
Come on. Come on, Zion.
I was gonna say YAHANNA.
Lucky, sir.
But you giving me the
end.
Yeah. I want what's going to stop them from fighting? China, Russia, Iran, Israel, and America.
Lucky, sir.
What's going to stop them? Come on.
I would say a nuclear exchange.
No. Well, okay. You're giving me the
end result.
What will transpire? I want to know on paper, right? On paper, on document. We'll be documenting this. Right, you know what?
MOU.
We'll have to stop. No. That's a memorandum of understanding. That doesn't end the war.
Peace treaty should end the war.
No, that's not what ends the war. What ends the war?
Salakia.
Come on.
When you touch their money.
Okay, and the reason why we're not getting it is because of the oppression we've been in. Why black people don't even understand they're in a war?
Justice.
No. Why black people don't even understand it? My man. See what Gerald Bro say? We surrender. When you surrender, what do you actually do? What is surrendering?
That's giving up. If you give up.
Yes, but what is surrendering?
So
you know, you're playing chess. You're playing chess, right? And checkmate. That king down on the board. Go ahead.
You know, it's acknowledging defeat.
That's it. You acknowledge defeat. You acknowledge it. Yes, it's because of justice also too. We don't understand justice. But black people, we accept it. That's why they give us the church to do what? The church comes in now to do what?
To pacify.
Yeah, to soothe you. It ain't no sweat. You know what I mean? Pray to the Lord. Accept the Lord Jesus Christ as your savior. You start doing what? You not thinking about what? Being a superpower. You thinking about ways of how you could what? Serve this superpower. But in here, you're not accepting defeat. You're not taught to accept defeat. You're not taught to accept failure. In here, we have what? In the Israelite school of practical knowledge, we have what? We don't what? We don't accept excuses. There's what? No excuses. None whatsoever. You understand? So what ends a war? What ends it?
Surrendering?
What?
Surrendering?
Who's surrendering? You want it. Meaning this. Someone is going to have to accept who the superpower is going to be. You're going to have to accept it. Or else, guess what? Oh, we're going to have to fight. We're going to duke it out. They're going to have to accept it. But when Christ returns, they're going to have to accept. They're going to have to accept it. You understand? It ain't going to be no back and forth. Like what's going on right now, this back and forth is them trying to feel out who is going to come to the table and say, you know what? Let's sign this paperwork here. And while you are signing the paperwork, you will know who the superpower is, and you will know who the non-superpower is. The one that surrenders. You understand? The one that give in to all the terms of the what? Of the superpower. You understand? All the black leaders, they surrendered. Except one man, Commander John YAHANNA, have not surrendered. That's why we are never going to celebrate July 4th. We're never going to celebrate what? Christmas, none of America holidays. Because we don't surrender. You understand? We don't. You understand? And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and officer who on guard in Fayetteville.
I got out of one. Officer Bankaya.
I'll pass the class over to priest and officer Bankaya.
Clap it up. Men of Israel, Imagine, which means to stand. We're going to render one courteous salute, Captain of 13,000 Nayathaq. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Hallelujah, Shabbat.
Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Brakatham.
Got my tie hands down. Tar, turning to sisters, this is like Imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to our sisters. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Hallelujah, Shabbat. Shopping. I.S.U.P.K security announcement. Carry out on 125th Street. Rule for new brother and sister. When new brother and sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to show themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister report each other. The 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means 10th in the Hebrew is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. The priest funds a free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the memorial blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, which will be Friday, September 11th of this year, according to the book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter, verses 24 through 25. We also have, the Nashville Cookout coming up this weekend, man. All right, set your affairs in order, all right? If anyone wants to be a trooper to school, start wearing our black boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, class dismissed.
That's right.
Leave that.